Nicola Sturgeon's independence plan was ridiculed by a think tank, who warned Scotland would have to count its pennies and pounds if SNP policies were implemented. A panel-based poll commissioned by The Times showed 52% of people in Scotland support Indy Ref 2 last week, showing the momentum pro-secession campaigners are building. The poll puts the independence vote on 49%, with 7% of voters undecided, meaning a referendum result with this breakdown would produce a 52% to 48% majority for secession. Despite this, debate around the impact of independence on the Scottish economy remains an opinion-splitting issue. The Institute of Fiscal Studies (IFS) released a report ahead of the 2019 general election warning that Scotland would have to count its pennies and pounds if the SNP's plans were put into action. IFS Associate Director David Phillips said the manifestos of Labour, the Conservatives and the SNP failed to provide costed economic plans, and added that Nicola Sturgeon and co. had concentrated too much on securing independence. He added, it may reflect the fact that the SNP's manifesto isn't really about a plan of action for 5 years of governing the UK. Rather it is about starting the process of leaving the UK in the next year. It's about contrasting a near decade of austerity and years of divisive debate over Brexit in the UK, with a positive-sounding vision of independence. He added, even the Conservatives' modest proposals for the coming Parliament would see spending grow by around 1.8% a year, slightly ahead of forecast economic growth. Therefore, in the short term at least, independence would likely necessitate more not less austerity. Mr. Phillips concluded, an independent Scotland would have to count its pennies and pounds in at least its first decade of life. It might therefore be understandable that the SNP manifesto does not draw quite the same attention to the price tag of its proposals as Labour and the Liberal Democrats, in particular, do. First Minister Nicola Sturgeon hit back, saying the analysis is flawed as an independent Scotland would benefit from a new range of levers. She said, I don't accept that analysis. I've got great respect for the IFS, but I think in a number of ways it's a flawed analysis. Firstly, I think it raises questions about trying to apply a Westminster manifesto in an independence context. Not because we don't want to do these things, but of course in an independent Scotland we have a range of levers at our disposal that we don't have right now.